Hey guys, what's going on? It's SORROWFUL here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some news and updates happening to both GMS and KMS, and I gotta say, it's a good time to be a Mapler because there's a lot going on in both servers. First, let's start with the GMS stuff. As you guys should all already know, we're going to be getting a couple updates. One patch is going to be happening on July 19th, so a little under a week from now, and then again we're going to be having another big patch on August the 9th. So we're going to be getting things like Arcana, Aluna, the Dream World or Dream Breaker PQ, even though it's not really a party quest because it's a solo thing. But we're going to be getting a lot of cool content. Aluna, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is a place for lower level training. I didn't even know of Aluna. Apparently it's a GMS, or it's not in KMS, it came from JMS or something like that, which I didn't know. I learned that from a friend. So that's pretty interesting that GMS is trying to bring things in from not only KMS but from other servers as well. I always like that they do that. It shows a little bit more effort and it shows that they're trying new things. So a lot of stuff coming to GMS that KMS already got, except for again Aluna. And instead of Dream Breaker, GMS decided to name it Dream Defender. So it sounds like it's the opposite, but I assume that the PQ will work the same. So if you guys don't already know, this is going to be the little daily thing that you could do to collect Lachlan orbs or symbols. So it's going to be really good to help us get more symbols in that regard. So speaking of symbols, KMS now, let's hop over to KMS. Orange Mushroom Blog, my main source for any news KMS related. This and of course iSlingGunz, aka Kobe, here on YouTube. Links to both of those that I just mentioned will be in the description below. But KMS has some very interesting stuff happening in the KMS test server. So first thing is obviously Cadena. If you guys don't already know, you guys should, because it's a class that was released in KMS, Thief class, if you guys were wondering. So that's that, but you guys should already know about that. But the new stuff is that all jobs got a new 5th job skill, and that's pretty crazy if you ask me. I didn't expect new skills to come to KMS this soon. I was expecting maybe a little bit more, like 2-3 months longer, but it seems like the rate that they want to upload 5th job skills at is like new skills every 4 to 6 months. That's what it seems like to me. So yeah, each job branch, so Archer, Warrior, Magician, those branches, each of them got one new skill that's shared among all of the classes in that branch. So like Demon Avenger and Mihail and Dark Knight, those are all warriors, so they all get this skill. It's a shared skill between the whole job branch. So there's one for all jobs, and I don't know, you guys can read the description yourself. This is how it looks. It seems like a useless skill to me. I'm assuming they want to give certain classes like a big burst skill because it does do a hefty amount of damage. At max it does 900%, 6 times on up to 15 enemies. So I'm not sure if they're just trying to have this out there as an option for some classes who maybe don't have the best mobbing. I can't really think of a class that would benefit from this skill off the top of my head, but I'm sure you guys will let me know of at least one of them that you could see this skill being useful on, or even a scenario where their skill would be useful. But it's called Urta Shower. All classes could get that. The Warrior one, there's little videos here if you guys want to watch them. It's called Body of Steel. So I know a lot of Warriors might be a little bit salty about this one because they kind of feel like they got cucked, but I want to point out one thing. When 5th job was first released, I want to say archers were cucked in their shared Bowman skill, Guided Arrow. That skill is absolutely useless. There's so few situations where that skill is useful, and it's not a good skill in my opinion. I gave it so much time, I gave it so many chances. It's not a good skill. I'm not gonna max that skill. I'm laughing because me talking about this skill, I'm just so passionate in my hate for it, and I don't like that. Obviously I don't want that. I want to love every skill that's released to archers because I main an archer class. So I want to say that when 5th job skills were first released, Wind Archer, or not Wind Archers, but archers as a whole got cucked with Guided Arrow. When Override skills were just released in GMS, they were released a while back in KMS, I want to say the Magician class got cucked with their shared skill, Unstable Memory, or whatever the hell it's called, because that skill's garbage. I don't care what anybody says, I can't see that skill being something people would look to max. Again, very, very conditionally good. And now that these new skills came out, I want to say Warriors got the short end of the stick in this one. And I'm not kidding, I laughed when I first read it because it gives knockback. It gives 100% knockback resist. And that's like, literally, I could probably only think of one warrior class that doesn't already have like extremely high, if not 100% innate knockback resist, which is like probably blaster. I don't know if they have resist or not, but even they probably have it. So just, I don't know why, like Nexon could have gave them something else. There's so many other classes out there that aren't warrior classes that could have benefited from this 100% knockback resist or stance, and it's pretty much like a I don't know, like I can't think of the phrase that I'm trying to think of, but it's pretty much like Nexon just saying, yeah, screw you guys. So it's pretty sad. It does give some resistances, but it's pretty garbage. 240-second cooldown, last 50 seconds for knockback resist. I mean, okay, 75 status resist, not bad, but again, it's only 52 seconds. It's a like 190-second downtime, and I guess that maybe, okay, it works on every single skill that knocks back, so you can't be knocked back at all, because some bosses can still knock you back, I believe, if you have resist or not. But yeah, it's still a garbage skill, so I feel it for you guys. Don't worry, archers got it first with guided arrow, magicians had their turn with unstable memory, and you guys had to get the short end of the stick this time with Body of Steel. Sick name, but this, I don't know if you guys play League of Legends. When I first seen this, I'm like, is that Earth? But anyway, that's Body of Steel, that's the warrior one. Magicians, now they got ethereal form. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's always been a challenging word for me, but I like the idea of this skill. It gives magicians that actual magician feel, all magicians. And pretty much they go into a different dimension and they can't be targeted or hit. They can't use skills while they're in that dimension, but it's still pretty cool. It's 3 seconds, it lasts for 3 seconds, and the cooldown is really short, so they can make use of the skill quite often. It's really good for, I would imagine, like blocking one-shot boss hits. Like for example, in Lucid, you're about to die, the dragon spawned or something, or golem spawned on you. Just hit the skill, you got 3 seconds to just chill for a sec. And then there you go. You'll probably be back into the real dimension, but you'll live. Or it's good for, you know, dodging Lotus lasers, I would imagine, or good for dodging the dragon in Lucid. So I could see some real use to the skill. I really like it, and I hope magicians out there are proud and happy of that skill as well. Next one is the archer one. I'm really happy with it. It's called Critical Reinforce, and pretty much it allows archer classes to exceed the cap crit rate of 100%, and so pretty much it'll convert 55% at max of your critical rate into critical damage. So for example, all archers, well, I would hope all of you guys have 100% crit rate, but all archers pretty much have 100% crit rate, so by default using this skill at max rank would give us 55% crit damage. That is fucking nuts. I can't wait to see how much this spikes my damage by once I finally get to use the skill. I know it's a long time away from now, but I like to think about it and dream about it until I actually get it. So it's 30 seconds, 95-second cooldown. It's about a minute downtime, which I'm fine with. The only thing is, and I know I might be complaining, I know, but I'm kind of tired of all these 5th job skills being such short duration. I understand that some of them are so broken, such as this one, and if it were to last a minute, you'd kill all of the Maple World in that minute, but it's just, as a wind archer, we got so many buffs already to worry about. Guided arrows, 20 seconds. It's like every 10 seconds I'm gonna have to be casting some different skill, and I don't like that. I have to cast Phalanx Charge. I have to cast Guided Arrow, as garbage as that skill is, if I want to maximize my DPS. I'm not even sure if it does that for me because it's so garbage. But then I have to spam this one every, 60 seconds. It's crazy. So I just wish they lasted longer and also had a longer cooldown to go with it. So for example, this should last a minute, the cooldown could be 2 minutes, so just kind of doubled, so yeah, that's my only thing with it. But 55% extra crit damage is nuts. My wind archer already has about 75% crit damage, and so 55 plus that 75, what is that? That's gonna be 25, 100. That's gonna be like 130% crit, 135% crit damage. So I can't even imagine how much damage I'm going to be doing. I hope you guys are excited for this as well. If you guys are archer class, I think we really got a good one this time, and I'm really happy about it. So that's the archer one, Critical Reinforce. Then we got well, the first thing I thought of when I saw this one, this is the thief one, Ready to Die. I just thought of Jarvan's line,
"Today is a good day to die."
That should just make me laugh, but Seems like a really cool skill, and it does, according to Max, which is Orange Mushroom Blog, he said it does stack with Ultimate Dark Sight. So this is going to be a whole new, you know, level of damage for the Thief class or the Thief branch, and so I'm happy for them as well. They've always been on top. They're you know, just thieves. That's how they do. That's how Nexon treats them, and I'm fine with that. So it's only a 78-second cooldown in the last 30 seconds. You guys can read that for yourself. I don't want to go too much into that one. And then we got the pirate one. I think it's called Overdrive, and pretty much it overcharges your weapon. I'm kind of iffy about this one. I mean, it's definitely going to increase your DPS overall by quite a bit, but it's like, it's okay. So let's see here. For 30 seconds, it's only a 30-second downtime, and the reason why the downtime is so short is because while the cooldown is still ticking, your attack will be decreased by 15% of your weapon's clean attack. So I'm looking at the Umbra Arcane weapons. They have roughly like 350 plus clean attack, something around there if I'm not mistaken. So 15% of that is, I'm just gonna estimate to be 42. So you're gonna be getting 42 attack for, or you're gonna be losing 42 attack for the you know, last 30 seconds that the skill's on cooldown. But while it's active, you're gonna gain like, you know, 150 attack. So it's a pretty high amount. 150 attack. I don't know how to really put that in my head, because it's definitely a lot of attack. It's a shit ton of attack. That's like almost as much as Rudibus or Fafnir weapons have clean. So that's a hell of a lot of attack, but that's only assuming you have Umbra Arcane, and nobody's really gonna have that, so I don't know. But it's still a pretty decent skill. It's gonna increase your DPS overall. That's the main thing of it. You guys could, you know, figure with that if you are a pirate class. Let me know if you guys are happy with it, because if I got it, I'd be like, okay. I really love the animation though. The animation is wicked. For all of these skills, I really like the animation. I gotta give him that. So in other changes, I know you guys could read this all yourself. I just wanted to kind of share you guys my thoughts and what I thought on all this stuff, because I'm hyped. As you guys can see, when I'm hyped like this, I can't control my tongue, I can't control my mouth, and I just start talking like crazy, and I'm not a rapper though. So this is another good thing. I didn't even plan to talk about this, but I'll just point it out real quick. The required time to complete the 5th job advancement has been decreased, so that is really good. A lot of people were complaining. I mean, sure, keep it long for the first while that it's out. Make it have meaning to get 5th job. I love that. I love it. But now that, you know, 5th job has been out for quite a while now, like 6 months at least or something, decrease it a little bit. Because we got a lot of characters, especially with Maple Legion, people are leveling up to level 200 left and right, so make it a little bit shorter. We don't want to spend 2 days, you know, getting 5th job when it shouldn't take that long at this point in time. So I'm glad to see this change. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I'm personally happy. Node stones, they'll only give you skills or cores that you could actually equip on that class, so you're no more getting Demon Slayer skills even though you're a Wind Archer. I don't know why I just gave an example for me, but so yeah, that's good. I know that's gonna help a lot of people, especially people who don't have a lot of drop rate, and especially since the drop rate was changed in KMS. You can't really get node stones as quickly as you used to, so it makes sense. It only makes sense for node stones to give only for your class, you know, because you can't be wasting, you farm 10 node stones over the course of 6 hours, and then 5 of them end up being for a class that's not even yours, because that's just too much, right? So this change definitely makes sense, especially once you consider that drop rate has been changed. I don't know what the fuck I'm highlighting, don't mind me. So another huge absolutely nuts change is that arcane symbols have had their levels increased from 15 to 20. I know Queen of Cats here on YouTube, he's gonna be hella pissed because, or maybe not even pissed, he's just gonna be like, because he dropped like a shit ton of symbols way back. So if only he held on to them, he probably could have maxed it out to level 20 right away. So I think, because I don't know, I don't play KMS, and that's what Max said, he thinks that it's increased to 20, could be 25 or something. But assuming it's 20, then yeah, we got to do dailies again. So that's the thing. Level 20 arcane symbols. I know a lot of us, including myself, don't even have them all at 15 yet. So this is definitely just gonna push us more, I guess. Or maybe if you're the type, it'll discourage you instead. Hopefully it doesn't though, because this means free stat as long as you work for it. That's pretty much it. So yeah, level 20 cymbals. I'll link a video from iSlingGunz, and he talks about how you can get your level 15 cymbal to level 20, the best way to do that. And so I'll leave that video in the description below, so go ahead and check it out if you want to learn a little bit more about this in depth. And then what else? Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about in specific? I like this change right here. So if you have max number of Legion coins in your Legion currently, a pop-up will show up and it'll tell you or remind you to claim them, so that's good. This has been a little glitch that I hated. This is a really good change. Just really quickly, not this, but this and this actually. So those are two good changes, some quality of life I would call them. Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. This is such a random change. When I seen this, I'm like, what? I didn't even like, I thought Nexon completely forgot about the freaking Empress's Might quest. But it's good to know that it's getting slightly increased. I mean, I'm one quest away from getting Vampire, I think it's called, on my Night Lord. So that's still something I gotta do. I don't think I'm gonna wait for this change, but then again, I've been procrastinating or prolonging that for years, so I'm probably gonna wait for this change. But this is just a random change, and that's all for now, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Actually, I lied. I was really happy about this change until I saw that you can't remove other people's names. I feel like that should be the whole point of the system, because some items people have from people who already quit and they no longer play, for them to remove their name if that's what you wanted. So it kind of sucks. I mean, this is a controversial kind of thing, I suppose, because it could go both ways, and if you guys want, we could discuss it in the comments. But anyway, guys, that's all for now. GMS getting some big updates. Arcana, Aluna, Dream Defender. I want to keep calling it Dream Breaker, but and then we got a whole bunch of KMS goodness. So let me know what you guys think overall. How do you feel about your classes shared new 5th job skill? Let me know your thoughts, and are you hyped? Are you excited? I know that I am. So thank you all for watching. This has been a SORROWFUL production, and I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.